reason why you don't have a will? Or you never thought about having one? What you're asking me is, could she say, well, I don't care about the trust, I want to take the house?
Yeah.
She couldn't do that, no.
No.
You really need a lawyer, and I'm going to get it done. You should get a will written up, because otherwise it might not even go to your partner, because your next of kin, legally speaking, could be your brother.
Yes. Right.
Does that help? Does that answer your question? Good.
Like women, men can be difficult to understand, and there's no place that's more confusing than the dating world. Do you want to know what men really think? There's nothing worse than having all the excitement and expectation of a first date and having the girl turn up having made no effort whatsoever. Like, I can tell when you haven't washed your hair. And you should always wait until you're in a serious relationship before you start talking about double-barrelling surnames, joint accounts, and what areas are good for school. If you're with a ball breaker, the woman that comes across as being the ball breaker when you first meet her is the girl who'll be crying into her pillow later on. And being a strong woman isn't necessarily being like a man. And this is one of the other big problems that guys face, because they don't want that. In the same way as if I grow my hair and have an earring in one ear and mince down the high street, as a woman you're not going to find it attractive. Most women aren't going to find that attractive. But for some reason they think the guys are going to find it attractive if they act like a man. And you can be a strong woman and still be a woman. Rule number one is, you must be yourself. This is critical. It's an interview situation. It's no good being somebody that you're not. Forget women's magazines, forget your friends' advice. Jessica,
yes.
I was watching all of that. First of all, what's going on with the trainers?
You try wearing a pair of high heels all day at work and then having to traipse them on the tube.
That is no excuse whatsoever.
Why? Am I meant to kill my feet?
Yes.
Dating expert and writer Gareth Sibson is here with some advice.
People think, right, I'm going to go somewhere that's expensive and that will impress them.
No, it doesn't, does it?
Not at all. And I think the other danger is that unless you're used to going to very expensive restaurants all the time, you put yourself and the other person in an environment they're not very happy with, and that can cause all kinds of problems for first dates. I think that obviously not choose the meal, but no. I think there's nothing wrong with the man being the one that is ordering from the waiter. And if I went out with a girl, I'd actually sit back and already have told her what I wanted, and I would let her order from the waiter. Because I think otherwise you suddenly get into this sort of farce with the waiter. He doesn't know what's going on, who's ordered him, it's just confusing.
Gareth Sibson is researching dating behaviour. It's art imitating life, he says.
It's much harder now for the modern independent woman to find the right kind of man. And also she's confused as when the right time is to have a child. Rule number 5 is relax. If you forget everything else, jot this one down. It's important to enjoy the date. It's not a punishment. You should enjoy it for what it is.
Now, Gareth, back to mine for coffee.
Well, it's very nice of you to ask, but I mean...
This is our first date after all.
Well, exactly, yeah.